Hey gorgeous, the look that I have on today is a mermaid look. I have the scales, as you can see, fish scales, like mermaid like. What inspired me this look was a book that I used to love when I was a little girl. It's called Rainbow Fish, and I don't know if you've ever heard of it or seen it, but the fish are, you know, same colors with different, you know, colors here and there, and they have sparkly glitter on them. And it's just, I remember thinking it was so pretty when I was little, so I thought about it like, well, how could I flip that and make it into a tutorial? You know, I'm not gonna be a fish, but I was like, oh, I could do a mermaid look like that. So that was where this idea came from. I chose to cover up the eyebrows because I wanted it to feel more aquatic, more like scales. Animals under the sea don't have eyebrows, so that's kind of why I covered them up on this one. I also drew out the look a while ago. I have it right here. Uh-oh. So that's it, and as you can see there, I have the eyebrows covered. So yeah, that is the look, and let's get started. So first things first, all you'll really need to complete this look is lip liner or eyeliner, eyeshadow, glitter, and blush, and your lipsticks. That's pretty much it to get the full color look. So I'm gonna start with my liner. The first color I'm gonna be using, I'm gonna do this row by row. So the first color I'm gonna start with is called Blue Glow, and it's by NK. You can find that at your local beauty supply store. Nothing fancy, it's like a bootleg version of NYX. So what I'm gonna do is just start by making little U's all the way from the hairline to about right here. And then I'll go back in and fill those in later. And these are the scales. So if you can see that, I'm just gonna go and fill it in. And I think the top row will be the hardest to do just because there's nothing else. Once I get ready to do all the other ones, I'm gonna be working off the top one, so it'll be easier. And this is a metallic blue, so it's kind of giving off a shine versus the other matte colors. And you want to make sure that your sharpener is close by because you'll need to resharpen a lot. So then I'm going to start on the bottom part. And basically you're just going to freehand do this until you get to right in between your eyes. Make sure when you're starting your second row that the top of the scale meets the middle part of the one above it. That way it's kind of going like a brick lay. So I'm going to continue to do this until the full forehead is covered. Now that I have the scales drawn on my face, what I'm going to do now is take the corresponding eyeshadow and fill in each little area. I'm just using a regular eyeshadow brush like that. I'm going to start with all the little turquoise sections, and you'll just do this until the whole face is finished. It's okay if some are lighter or darker than others because that will make it look more like fish scales, because all of the fish scales are not equally one color. And you can always go back and darken it if you feel like you need to. I'm gonna go back and darken some of the scales because filling it in kind of took away from the intensity. And for the light blue scales, I'm actually going to go over all of them again with a blue, this blue here, because it's not giving it the look that I want. Okay, so I'm going to darken some of the blue areas. I'm gonna shade it in with a darker blue, and then I will finish the rest of the areas. So I'm gonna use like this ocean blue here in the palette, that one. And just very lightly, because I don't want to take away from what I did already. Okay, now that I have everything where I want it, I'm going to put my liner on my eyes, and then I'm going to finish the shading. So I'm just going to sharpen my blue really quickly. And I want the line to be intense, so I'm going to make it thick. And what I like about this liner is it's very creamy, so it goes on really, really easy. So before I line the bottom of my eyes, I'm going to put my concealer. Even though it's going to be colored over, I still want to brighten it. And in case you're wondering, my foundation is already on. I put that on before I started with the scales. Okay, I'm gonna line underneath the eyes now. And like I said, make sure your sharpener, your pencil sharpener is close by, because I probably sharpen my pencils at least 5 times by now. Kind of winging it slightly on the ends. Now I'm going to go with the blue eyeshadow again and bring it down on my face. And then with my 224 brush by MAC, this one here, I'm gonna apply the rest of the blue shadow. And I'm applying it lightly, because I want it to have a fading effect. I want it to look airbrushed. And I'm gonna bring it down to like about right under my eye, so about that much under. And I really want it to blend with these last scales, so if it kind of gets, you know, faded out, that's what I want, but I want to kind of keep the intensity right in the center. And for the bottom, the very bottom part of the shading, I'm just using what's left on the brush. I'm not putting any more, because I want it to fade out naturally. I want to make sure the line is as straight as possible, but I don't want it perfectly straight to where it looks like a straight line. I just want it to blend evenly toward the bottom. So I'm done with the blue shadow, and I'm gonna brighten back up the screen. I dimmed it a little bit so that you could see the detail of the scales. So I'm gonna bring it back up. There we go. Now I'm gonna line the eyes again so that the blue stands out. I wanna keep it intense on the eyes. Now it's time for the blush. So I'm gonna use Desert Rose by NYX. I got the price tag on here still, but that's the color I'm using. You wanna go right on the cheekbone. And this one is very intense on me, so I'm just putting a little bit. And a little bit goes a very long way. Now to blend that out a little bit. and kind of blend it with the blue slightly, but not so much that it makes the bottom look like a purple. And then right in the center of this, I'm gonna use Hysteric by Sugar Pill. That one there. And I'm gonna apply that with the MAC 224 brush again. And I'm just gonna go right in the deepest part of the pink. But before I do that, I wanna soften it slightly because I still feel like it's kind of harsh. And since this is very pigmented and it's loose, I'm just gonna take it off the top, the inside of the top. And this also has a little bit of green shimmer to it, so I'm just gonna put that right in there and blend it out. That way I have a nice lavender-y blush, custom made. So for the lips, I'm going to line them with NYX's Deep Purple. That one there. And I'm lightly filling in my lips as well. Now in the center of the lips, I'm going to put MAC's Snob lipstick. That way it, over this purple, it kind of comes out like a lavender. Okay, the lips are perfect. So I'm just gonna go over some of the scales with a little bit of NYX's glitter, the candy glitter liner. And I'm gonna use lavender over some of the purple areas just to give it a little bit of sparkle. And I'm filling some of the scales in all the way, just the purple ones. Oh, I didn't even show you what the liner looks like, sorry. That's what it looks like. Now that I have all the purple ones filled in solid, I'm going to use a body glitter by Claire's. You can get any loose body glitter, and this is just like the crystal color. Being very careful not to get any into my eyes because this is body glitter, it's not for the face, so be very careful. And I'm just gonna dust it around the blue areas, lightly dusting it. And a little bit goes a very long way with this stuff. All right, put a little bit more. Okay, so the face is done. I'm gonna do the finishing touches, which is the lashes and the hair, and I'll be back. Okay, gorgeous, that is the finished look. Thanks for watching. Please rate, comment, and subscribe. Bye.